Hello, and welcome along to episode, 47? 48 of Sogravia, the Last Bastion. Today's episode is wonderfully entitled Home, which we might not get to, but we will at least get somewhere near it. Today we have a full cast, and we pick up in Mistralia. Dark lands.
So we left.
However, we have spent the last few episodes traipsing through this dark and terrifying place, and finally, we've reached a coastline. And you have a boat, and the plan is just simply to boat back, is that correct?
Yes.
See no reason why not.
Who's got proficiency in water vehicles?
That's a
No,
good
just
question.
land.
I have provision in cartography and navigation.
That's pretty
Oh,
good.
navigation might be somewhat useful.
Captain Obi.
Alright,
I
well...
can become proficient in something after a long rest.
Let's go back
Okay,
to bed.
so what you're going to do is drift aimlessly for 4 hours, after which Astrid will arise with the powers of the captain invested. Is that the plan?
I like that a lot.
Go that way.
Isn't it only a skill, though, Anora? Or is it a tools as well?
It is tools.
It is a proficiency. Let me look.
This is why Phaedra knows how to paint.
Also, does Callum have some ability to do a thing?
Callum has ability in land vehicles.
No, I mean, like, you have a
Oh,
artificer thing that says you can use any artisan tools, right? But you can't, that doesn't include land vehicles, I assume.
Yeah, I
I
can
don't
forget
think
how to play
so,
chess
no.
and learn how to pilot boats.
what an arc!
you don't need this information.
How does the night move again?
Actually, Callum pulls out the chess set. Well, guys, let's celebrate.
What's this thing we call on peasant?
Odd peasant.
Okay, I just went to a chess club 2 days ago and just learned how to play chess. Wow.
Really?
So
Do you not
crazy.
know how to play chess?
No.
It's
not
a
a
thing
kid
that
like
you
you
either learn
guys.
or not.
I know the kids are into chess these days.
The kids
Oh,
are into chess.
I
You see, if you're a little bit older, Michaela, the kids were into chess in our day too.
No, they weren't.
Yeah,
they were.
I
I
went to
played.
school. Oh, wait, in your day.
Yeah, my day. You just need 4 more years on you.
Yeah.
When Jamal and I
Right in
went
the
to
middle.
school, chess club was all the rage.
Interesting.
Yeah, and then it just dropped
It
off.
just
like-
vanished. I was in year.
And now it's back
I was
up
about
for Darth's
14.
generation.
I was about 14, and suddenly chess just disappeared. No one knew about it anymore. It was like, no, we don't do that. We don't do that now. The emos are in.
That was me.
Chess is out.
Right?
Are in.
It was
I was
chess
busy
out,
being
emo
emo.
in. Exactly. To be honest, it was chess out, handheld game, like handheld console-y stuff in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Anyway, yes.
yes.
Okay. I will take, please, from you, Obi. Have I given you a navigation skill?
Yup.
Fantastic. Can I have a navigation check? And then Ashrin, after your nap, actually in your stead, can I assume that Callum would be next in line? Callum, can I have a... You can choose between survival and... Oh, that's a weird one. You can give me survival or you can give me a straight int check.
I mean, I'll take the int because I have.
I don't know.
survival.
Right, okay. There we go.
I have nothing on on wisdom, so that is a
Nothing. Just 0.
17.
So 17 on the
Just
on the
int.
ability to go where Obi is telling you to. And Obi,
Oh, nice.
where are we going? Is it good?
Going west.
That's a start. What did you
Love
roll?
that.
Oh, 23.
Right, okay. West is
Sorry.
good. That is a general consensus. Okay. So Obi will know more than Matt and tell you that you are sure as hell not going west, because that would result in a crash. Very quickly into a cliff. You
Northwest.
are...
We have to save Sullivan first from the mortar monster.
Oh, there's a dragon here.
Yeah.
The what?
There's a dragon here, apparently.
Oh, shit! Get him out of there.
It's,
Oh
thought
shit!
we were
Here we
over
go
here.
again.
so,
Yes,
Can you make me a pirate hat?
I sure can.
Sure as hell can, buddy.
Callum suddenly become a tailor?
He doesn't have any skill in tailoring, but he's going to pretend he can.
Great. Okay. As you proceed on the boat, Callum, you're doing quite well, and can I assume that you stay with the shore in view?
Yeah, let's follow the coast.
Okay.
Right?
For now, at least. Obi, I have to
Yeah.
ask you, would you go through the islands of Yolenta or around?
Through.
Through. Okay.
Round is too long.
That is
I want to see
brave.
the islands also.
Like through
Is
here.
this where the elves
Okay.
are?
Through this
I
little
looked for boat music. This is not what I was aiming for. Don't worry. There is no combat coming.
Just go right in here, pick up the boat, go across, and keep going.
It
That
is
is
a
an
fold up.
option,
It is a
right?
folding boat. Okay. On the for the first 4 or 5 hours, you're doing quite well. And then Ashrin wakes up and it all goes to shit, or doesn't.
Oh, no.
Let's
Fuck.
find out. Ashrin, I will take a survival check. You are proficient in survival or have expertise?
Expertise.
Okay,
Nice.
in that case, I will
So
not. I will
both.
take a wisdom check plus proficiency. It's your
Rude.
water vehicles.
Guidance.
I love
I
that.
cannot find the track I'm looking for.
An actual proper use of guidance.
Yes, I'll be like, look over there.
Oh, this is what I was looking for. There we go.
19.
19. Yeah, good. So what I want to know is, as Ashrin is doing the main piloting of the boat, this is a fair-sized boat. In fact, how big is it? Who has the folding boat?
Oh, I have it.
Could you give us the informaciones, please?
Yes, I sure
The
can.
what?
She got it.
Oh, it doesn't let me ping it. Okay, well, it caused the box to unfold into a ship 24 feet long, 8 feet wide, and 6 feet deep. Do we want that very big one?
You need
Yeah,
that very
'cause
big one in the
The
ocean.
other one's too small, yeah.
In the ocean,
That's
you need
the
that very
one.
big one. Okay, cool. So what I want to know, Ashrin is piloting, Obi is navigating. What the hell are the rest of you doing?
Crow's nest.
Okay, so I know you took away our Mistralia effects cards, but are we still feeling those effects? Are they
No.
fading, or do they just instantly
They are
fade?
so. As soon as you left the mists of Mistralia, so just a reminder, you can't land on the shores of Mistralia. It's not physically possible, but you can leave them. And almost moments after you got onto the boat, you drift out sort of beyond wading distance, and then suddenly you've got clear minds completely.
Wow.
But all of you were asleep when that happened, apart from Obi and Callum. The rest of you woke up to feeling clear-headed. But for now, I just want to know, what tasks are you taking on the boat before I leave you role-playing? And so, Glacius wants the crow's nest.
Oh, go ahead.
Can I do something that's not on the boat?
No, that would
Yeah,
result
jump
in
aboard.
drowning.
No, it wouldn't.
Oh,
Oh,
yes,
Josh
okay.
said it wouldn't.
Oh, you
Yeah,
know what?
I know what he's doing. Yeah, we'll come to you in a moment, because I'd like to know how
Okay.
your friends are being helped first. Callum, what are you doing in terms
It's
of boat
it
duties?
says this boat has oars, so I think Callum will be rowing.
Nice. Is
Heave.
Marcus
Oh.
rowing with Callum?
Sure, if he wants to.
At Jamal.
He's unclaimed him, so he's
You
left
told him
his
to
mind.
unclaim him, so he's no longer Marcus.
Yep, exactly.
Who are you
Uh,
talking to, James?
Yes, I am still talking to Jamal for this brief moment.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, cool. So I will take Jamal. Just roll me a d20. Michaela, roll me an athletics check. Darth, roll me a perception check. And Sullivan, you are not contributing to the boat at all. Is that correct? Great. Okay, I will ask you what you're
Nice.
doing in a moment. So that's a 16.
Nice job, Lisa.
And what did you get, Michaela? Is your BN20 switched off from Wednesday?
Oh yeah, I should turn it back on.
Because it broke. I think it still
It
broke
fixed
for a lot of people.
itself?
No, it still broke for a lot of people.
Oh.
Let's test it with Darth. Darth, can you make me a weapon attack?
Oh, dirty 20. Oh, the weapon's what's broken, huh?
Ah, they did fix it. Lovely. Oh,
Not mine.
Not for you, though.
Wow, disrespectful. Okay, well,
Who knows?
I got a dirty 20 athletics.
Okay. Cool. So the rowing is good. The navigation is good. The perception check was
24.
24. Yeah, you're able to spy like some outcropping rocks. But I assume that you're being guided a little bit by somebody in front of you. Sullivan, what are you doing?
Horse time.
I would like to cast Find Greater Steed
Hell
to
yeah.
summon my winged unicorn.
Let's go.
Correct version this
Sullivan.
time.
Yes.
Yes,
The
and this
Dunkard
time,
still is just like, no.
this time there is no interrupt in the magic. Please describe this beautiful beast. Or don't. Read up if you want.
Yeah, so basically, it's like pristine white, like almost glistening. And its horn is like this beautiful golden with like a swirling pattern.
Ooh.
And its mane is rainbow, as is its wings and tail. Because that's the
Are you
first image
doing-
that came up when I looked.
Are you
And it
flying that
looks
that
like-
variant Rapidash?
I'm dead.
Yeah, but it
actually.
doesn't look as pissed off as that variant Rapidash
Oh
does.
wow,
Oh
it's
my
beautiful.
gosh.
This is
That's
straight
the
up.
Just
I put in the art thing, winged unicorn. That's the first
This
thing
is
that
straight up
came
a My Little Pony toy. Like
Yes,
it's got the cutie
exactly.
mark and everything.
Magic and magic.
For those of
I
you who
love
are on
this.
Roll20, this is apparently the
Sullivan, I'm just gonna say you are not beating the gay allegations.
If she sees
I
that,
like to
if
imagine-
Charlotte sees you rocking up on this, she will give up on you.
No, I mean no, it doesn't. It's not multicolored. There's just the first thing that came up. I will keep searching.
Okay.
But
I like
yes,
to imagine.
it's just.
I like to imagine that Josh is the only person who would get that image first when searching for a rainbow unicorn.
Yeah, sounds about right. Sounds about right.
The internet
we
is
look for?
against me.
Rainbow
thinking-
unicorn.
Are you thinking of an Alolan Rapidash or something with this
Oh
one?
my
Yeah,
gosh.
that's what
Even-
I was
okay,
talking about.
You know
Oh.
what? This is as good as it's gonna get, but it's still pretty gay in the background. Here you go.
I'm so excited. I really like this. Oh, I love it.
There was just a delay there. There was just this because you're searching rainbow unicorn.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm just saying winged unicorn, and it's giving me rainbows.
That's
Okay,
funny
here's
as
the
hell.
true test. Here's the true test. If we search winged unicorn, do we get rainbows?
I just searched.
I'm not gonna
go
lie,
on it
Josh.
then.
I haven't got a rainbow in my top 30 choices.
Share your screen. Let's see.
Oh, I have one. I have
And
one.
It's just like very straightforward unicorn right here.
So
I
we've got.
searched it up the first.
Did you
three
guys
are
use
normal.
the AI art generator?
This
'Cause
guy's
that's what
got
I
the
used.
moon.
No, I'm in Google.
Okay, right. If you put it in the art.
I'm
AI
generating.
art
We'll
generator.
see.
Okay, I'm gonna generate one now too, because this is funny.
Oh my gosh, it did. Yep, it's rainbow. But
See?
it's cool.
I tell you what, Josh. This last one is absolutely incredible. Look at that. That purple one.
Ooh. That
Okay.
was-
Do you want that?
I think no. I'm gonna stick to mine.
Stick to your guns. Yeah.
I'm
I
gonna
respect
stick to
that.
mine because
Stick to your
minus
rainbow.
minus the gay background, the actual unicorn itself
That's
is
right.
pretty nice.
The background doesn't travel with the unicorn, so.
Does this flying unicorn have a name?
Yeah. It's called.
Not just casually
Um,
linking a cat riding a.
I don't know why that came up, but it did.
What's it called, Josh?
You should call her
it-
Charlotte too.
No, because then she'll think I'm saying that she has a horse face.
Oh, dear.
He is called Rapidash.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
So far.
Very original. Very original.
I like that.
Yes. It's
You
a region
would.
variant that we've not been to yet.
That's
Oh, yeah.
It's a Sogravia and
Sogravia
Rapidash.
and
yeah.
Rapidash.
Yeah, exactly.
I like that a lot. All right, Sullivan looks really beautiful right now.
Yes. I'm both like partly navigating, but also just, I mean, I know that we don't have the effects on, but still have the memories of it. So I'm just trying to,
The token
clear-
is so cute.
I'm just trying to clear my mind and try and calm myself and relax myself that we're actually out of that hellscape.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it is high time we moved on to actually the feelings and effects of that. For what it's worth,
Yeah.
our man has contributed absolutely nothing to the rowing experience and is frankly quite terrified. For all his
Doesn't like
experience,
water?
he has not been on a ship in the ocean ever.
Nice job, Aloy.
Josh, how much HP does a Rapidash have?
Oh, do you mean in the?
Depends on
I mean,
You should know since you killed it last time.
50
It has got
53?
59.
Oh, I was close.
Take your
So I should
glitter,
probably
but
heal
they
it.
can't take away your spark.
Oh, I should give you some lighting as well, actually, on that while I'm at it. Does it have dark vision? Well, you don't have dark vision, so we won't give it dark vision. Cool.
I don't think it does.
Okay.
No, it doesn't say that it does.
And Rapidash is the token we will use for the party from now on, I think. Because why not? Okay. As you continue on your boating voyage, yeah, it's only moments into the journey that you realise that the effects of Sogravia have fallen off. For some of you, that will mean the alleviation of parched throats, dry mouths, incessant hunger.
I don't think
frustrating
any of us
headaches.
had that.
Yes, you did.
Mhm.
For one particular person, it means the sudden disappearance of those people who left you once before, as Fox and Zavril and a few others just randomly, spontaneously vanish.
I'm looking around. I'm like, this crowd is really thinned on this boat. Where'd everyone go?
But for most of you, it means no more hopelessness. No more dark,
depression.
no more dark thoughts, depression, frustration, anger, hatred for each other, mistrust. And in fact, just as he was coming to a final conclusion, Obi suddenly realizes there is no betrayer at all. And all this time, he was just ruminating in his mind.
It was my thoughts that betrayed me.
It was. And
What does
yeah.
Obi do with his list?
As this
His
boat,
notes?
oh, what a question. Hides it from everybody, burns it, I imagine.
Throws it into the ocean.
But yeah, as these thoughts alleviate, hand over to you.
I'm going right up to Ashrin. I'm just gonna say, Ashrin,
Yeah.
why do you hate all of us?
I'm really, really, really sorry.
Oh. So
I
you
don't-
don't hate us?
No, I don't hate you. I don't hate any of you. I was really angry, and I don't really remember why.
It was my fault?
No. I'm pretty sure it wasn't. In fact, I think you were the one I was least angry with most of the time. Until you accused me of being a Shadow Veil, then you maybe went up the list a little.
Well, the evidence was pretty big.
Well, the evidence does point.
But we cleared you, it's okay.
I just hope that... Well, never mind. I'm sure we're all ourselves.
Alan,
Yeah,
is your metal friend still gonna attack us again?
I don't think so. I need to, when we get home, definitely figure out what that was and prevent it from happening again. Callum will pull out. He has the head of Sid, with Bun, the Spectra cat, in it as well, and he looks kind of sorry, buddy. And yeah, Callum will just like quietly apologize to Sid.
There is, of course, no response at all.
Of course not. He wouldn't apologize to Sid if he was present. He is a dad. Come on.
There might be some bleeding through there, Michaela. Fathers can apologize.
Oh, is that not universal?
No.
Never mind. I will check on Glacius. How you feeling, bud?
Well, I don't feel like I need to count my steps anymore.
Yeah,
Is
that's
that
it,
what you were doing that whole time?
Yeah, what did you think I was doing?
I thought you were just dancing.
We
thought
all
you
know here I can't
Really
dance.
badly.
Okay?
Forgot how to walk.
That did happen.
I think that is true.
Yeah, definitely feeling a lot better.
Good. It was pretty strange to see you so hopeless. So
Yeah, I've never really experienced anything like that, so
good.
wasn't the only one who it was strange for.
Looking around. How is that thing that was on like Starling's neck? Was it like any effort for us to get it off?
As yet, she is still wearing it.
Okay, I would like to help disassemble that thing if possible.
Okay. As you go over to her, you'll find her sat on a bench on the boat, sort of fingering it gently and looking down, sort of ruminating. Just looks like she's sad, but also pensive, thoughtful.
Yeah, that's understandable. Don't want to intrude or bother you at all, but would you like me to help you get that thing off?
Truth be told, I don't know.
How does it feel? Is it painful?
No. Before, my thoughts were not my own, but as soon as we got on the boat, my head was clear. It's the same as what we found for Zavral. Right? What you found for Zavral. Is it protecting me somehow?
I was gonna ask if you feel any different. Do you notice any, I don't know, of the effects of the Shadowlands dissipating?
I felt that the instant we got on the boat. But look, and she sort of pulls it down and you'll see this dark swirling sort of emanating down the collar. As if there's elements of shadow within it. Go ahead and give me an Arcana check.
Okie dokie. Good job, Callum. That is gonna be, wow, 28. I have a plus 10 now.
Sorry, did you say what you got?
28.
28? Okay,
Yeah,
that
he's
is,
got a plus 10
it's
now.
fair to say that's probably a success. As you look at it, this collar seems to be doing three things. The first doesn't seem active right now, but there is definitely a sort of command effect on part of the collar that would allow somebody to control somebody who's wearing one of these. The second is that it is clearly programmed to siphon off elements of the Shadow Veil. Or Shadow Plane. But right now, there doesn't seem to be anything that it is pulling out from Starling. You would expect to see black running up her and then subsequently into it. You get the impression that perhaps it's performed that duty.
Okay.
But then you notice the third part, which is that it has got two tiny little, almost pinprick needles in it that are just slightly into her skin. And you get the impression that if this is not removed properly, all of that shadow could leach back into her when it's removed.
Oh gosh. Okay. So do I think this would take like some like precision surgery? Like we should get a medical expert to do this?
Yeah. It is. Get a magical expert, not a medical expert.
Okay.
In fact, one simply that could remove a curse would be a good start.
Hey, I don't think I can do that, but
You have at least two members of the party that can.
yeah.
Yeah, Marcus can.
Yeah, I think Sullivan has a
Great.
different way of doing it. Sullivan, can you remove a curse?
I can. I've got the spell.
Oh, you have the
Oh,
spell.
great.
Okay, no, never mind. That's you can end the effects of a spell, though. That's correct, right?
I can do that too. Yes.
Yeah, okay. So either Marcus has got far more spell slots, but it won't really matter. And
Sure.
she probably is
Sullivan's
going to...
flying ahead.
Yes, exactly. Sullivan's on a unicorn. Might be able to
I'll ask Marcus then.
Mm-hmm. And Marcus will be able to come down and sort of look over her. And there is still an element of risk, it would seem. This pisses the skin. She sort of shrugs her shoulders, and I don't care. Just get it off.
All right, I'll stand like ready to
Could
cut it off.
Ashrin do it?
Hmm.
Ooh.
Scandalous. I will call Astrid. Sure. Astrid, could you help us out with something real quick?
I assume I could just leave the boat.
Well, you're all on
for
the
a
boat.
time and it'd be
Yeah.
fine.
Oh yeah, 100%. You know.
Okay.
It's not really
Confirmed.
it's not so much. I mean, there is a wheel, but that it stays steady for the most part. It's more about like the moving the sails and the rudder and stuff like that. It's a bit more basic than just, hey, I've got a steering wheel. Yeah, you can head over.
What's up?
We are trying to get that thing off of Starling. Marcus is going to help remove the magically dangerous elements. She wanted you to maybe help take the thing off. There's definitely some risk still involved.
Nothing we can't handle.
Yeah. I'll be ready to assist if needed.
Okay. Armand's sort of hearing about this is going to come into the room as well. And he sits next to her and puts his hand out, and after a moment she grabs his hand, holds quite tightly. Marcus will cast Remove Curse on the actual collar itself. After which, Callum, with your 28, you would know that it needs to be detached at the front by dispelling the magic on it, and then it can just be opened up and prized out of her. Which is quite a nice little word, but we do it. I believe multiple people have the ability to dispel magic. Our mom will do it for you. And then, Ashrin, I need a sleight of hand check, please. This is quite heavy, and it is a very, very finicky procedure.
Can I
I
help?
have an advantage from Callum assisting with where I'm.
How would you be assisting, Callum? What are you doing here? Apart from
Well, what
just
is she
going?
doing exactly? Cutting it like from her skin?
No. Okay, so it pulls out at the front, like as if unlocking like a pair of manacles at the front. But then the needles need to be pulled out of her skin.
Okay, so if she's more comfortable, Callum could hold open the collar while Ashrin does the actual removing of the needles.
You're going to take the weight. Okay, cool.
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead and roll with advantage.
That is a natural 20.
Nice.
Let's go!
What I truly need, though, on top of that is the actual number.
25. I don't
It's
have
good.
proficiency in sleight of hand.
Okay.
Oh, because you can't fight chests anymore.
Yes, that is definitely what happened.
Critical skill.
Yes, as you slowly pull this out, you sort of hear Starling gasp. And then there's this sort of silent pain on her face. And you see her sort of... And her breathing comes out laboured and sort of almost choked. You can see she doesn't seem to be able to speak right now. Is anybody present proficient in medicine apart from Marcus?
That's what I was just about to say. Can Marcus look? I'm not.
No.
Okay. Well, you weren't present either. But yes.
All the way in the crow's nest.
I
What's
tried.
going on down there?
That is a dirty 20 on Marcus.
Stop.
Yeah, sort of. It looks like this was puncturing her larynx. We need to. I could try and patch you up, but I'm not sure it's the best. I'm not sure I'll do the best job. I can at least do something temporarily. He will at least cast heal on her.
Oh, nice.
She sort of. It feels uncomfortable to speak.
Yeah, don't push yourself.
Thank you. I think I'm gonna rest. And she lays down, and you'll notice like she's quite pale. But Callum, you would know the true test is to look around the puncture wounds and to see if there is any mark of shadow on her.
Yeah, let me get in there real quick.
Gotta get in there.
Look at those wounds.
It's looking good.
Oh, good.
It's looking like it's above 50% good.
Just barely.
Just
That's how we
barely.
do it here.
We're scraping. Yes, and you will acknowledge that starting seems okay. She looks up at Ashrin and thanks. Armand sort of looks a little sheepish, but you can give me an insight check, Ashrin and Callum.
Oh,
There
Marcus has already
Callum
left.
famously good at his wisdom. That's a 12.
Okay.
21.
Ashrin, you would get the impression that Armand is waiting for you both to leave. Callum, you do not.
Callum, yeah, he's standing by. No, he starts analyzing the collar, getting all into his work, oblivious.
I'll just pat Starling on the shoulder and just be like, rest up. And I will just put my hands on Callum's shoulder and just like slowly pull away.
Guide him out.
Direct outside of the room.
Right.
Wait, no, but my stuff.
Yeah, we can
Right,
go
right.
out.
Get some rest.
Cool. And with that, she will rest. And Armand, you will just about at the corner of your eye, Ashrin, with your 6,402 perception, passive perception, note that he is just lying down next to her, fully dressed and over the covers. Make of that what you will. The journey goes onwards, and I will take a perception check from our flying unicorn brother.
Guidance.
Ironically, you're also guiding the Pegasus when you do that.
That's a 16.
It feels reassured. Yes, you look out to the coast, and you notice a couple of things. First of all, that there appears to be almost a wall of blurriness coming up all along the coast. It goes up quite a long way and then curves back inwards. This is, you would note, the protective shield that stops you from landing on the shores of Mistralia as well. Beyond this, though, you do note flying above this shield, sort of watching out, 2 or 3 separate bone dragons. And once or twice they do sort of spy you in the air and swoop somewhat towards you, but they never really get much past the barrier. You can tell they are reluctant to leave the Mistralian lands to form an attack on their own. They are, however, most definitely keeping track of your presence. And if you're... give me an insight check. We'll see whether you can work out what they're doing.
Ooh, that's 26.
Yeah, nice. So you'll note that one bone dragon sort of follows you for a while, and then when a second one comes into view, they travel together a short while, and then the other one turns back, and the next one takes on. And it's like a little relay.
Yeah. I'm assuming it's just where the borders of their patrols go.
Pretty much, yeah. Pretty much that. You notice these. You notice also the sight of some tropical birds and other such wildlife out towards the ocean that you wouldn't normally have seen. Sogravia, its wildlife has had to give way a little bit to the coming together of many civilizations into one land. humanoids, if you prefer, all of you lot, have sort of taken over the land, causing the wildlife to be less content than it might otherwise be. As you travel onwards, yes.
Could I use the necklace to talk to Charlotte?
I love that.
Now that we're out.
It's a little earlier than I was expecting. Bear with me a second.
Oh, sorry. I can wait if you want me to wait.
No, it's okay. But I do need to see.
I've 100% done this.
Josh, I haven't got Summon Greatest Steed to sight. Can you ping it for me, please?
Yeah, sure. Find greatest steed. There you go. I think it's just around indefinitely. Unless, like, I dismiss it or it dies.
It is. It should be.
No, I know it's around indefinitely. What I'm trying to work out is whether it needs to rest. And I think I'm
I
going
think
to
it
say
still
yes.
acts as the original creature.
Yeah, I'm going to say yes. So this creature can only travel for 16 hours in a day. And will then need 8 hours of rest of some sort. This can be during dismissal or not. So I will say that you're coming up to the point where you can feel Rapidash tiring a little bit beneath you. You may contact...
Well, if I gave it an orange berry, would that do anything?
No.
No. It's a Pokemon joke. It's not.
Give it a stamina potion.
There was no berries in Gen 1 for James to...
No, there weren't.
understand.
That makes no
Wow.
sense. You can call out to...
Confused James does.
To Charlotte.
Great. Then, it's like sending though, isn't it? I've got a select number of words.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Then is it 25? It's just the same as sending.
You got 2 uses, I think,
let's
today.
see.
Right?
I thought it was just one.
It's two uses of sending a day.
Okay.
Oh.
Then I will say, hi Charlotte, it's Sullivan. I'm coming home. There's too much to say in a sending. I'm safe, and I love you.
Mm.
As a wait. Sullivan? I thought I heard you whispering at the edge of my dreams a few times. I wondered why you hadn't messaged. I'll be waiting. Oh, that's awkward.
Yeah, can you tell me where?
You would know where she lives.
Don't you know where she lives?
Oh, she... Do I?
Yeah.
In the woods
But
over
she's
here?
only got 2 words left, so she'll just go, love too. Because I can't say I love
Just say
sure,
love
that
you.
works, that works. Love you! I was looking
Yeah,
for I love you
same.
too, but she doesn't really love you too. She wants to, you can, it's premature, you know that, and she still believes that, there's a lot of risk involved in this relationship.
Oh, well, trust me, if she had gone through what I had gone through, she'd
Indeed.
say I love you too.
Indeed. And you do get the impression that she has had some concept of what you've been through. Your nightmares called out to her on a regular basis.
Mm.
I'd hate my partner if that happened.
I know, I'm trying to rest. Like,
You're sitting there
Imagine
like
you go on
enjoying
one
your
date
sleep.
with a guy, and all of a sudden you start experiencing his nightmares.
Yeah, right. Like,
The greenest of flags,
They
I'd say.
they have met 3 or 4 times before you guys actually went into Mistralia. We just didn't
okay.
roleplay those out. And they messaged daily, of course. But yeah, as you
But of
just
course.
sounds like bitch.
you're in the talking phase.
Sullivan, as you land back on the boat, the group of you on the ship for now. I need another round of checks, please. One from Obi with navigation, one from a proficient wisdom check for water vehicles from Ashrin, and a perception check from Glacius, please. I do not need tandem or checks from the other two. We'll be all right.
Nice
Ooh,
job.
nice.
I think I see everything. I think I saw Sullivan's conversation.
What was the cartography? Yeah, that thing.
21.
Yeah, and Ashrin.
27.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you guys pilot the ship very well onwards, and then you note these islands, and they look like sandbanks. With your perception check, you can see that they're moving a little bit around the outside. They're a bit deceptive. The sand is drifting with the water. It is you would need a boat with a very shallow draft to get through here. And your original suggestion of putting in and walking across the land and then pitching back up on the other side would be very useful. And that is the suggested course. However, when you reach these islands and set foot on them, immediately, Ashrin, you get a flash, like a jolt in your mind. You see the stars, which is a bit weird at 3 p.m. And it's like a memory of you lying on your back, staring up at the stars. And then a second brief flash as you feel a blow to the side of your head. And then a third flash of you laying on a shore, water lapping around you. None of these were memories you had before.
Wait, sorry, James, you lagged out there for me. Could you say that again?
Okay, Ashrin, lying on her back, is having 3 memories. She's not actually lying on her back.
Okay.
She has 3 memories. The first of looking up at the stars at night, which is a bit weird at 3 p.m., but it's a memory. The second is of a blow to the side of the head, and the third is of her lying on her back on a shore with water lapping up alongside her. None of memories she's ever had before.
I would just sort of like shake my head to try to clear my thoughts and look around at the islands that I don't really remember, but kind of feel like I probably once lived.
A lot of these islands have been abandoned. Many of the astral elves have travelled west to safer lands. Nevertheless, there are still passing there, signs of their passing. Just in little things, the way in which the land has been cultivated and cherished is very elven. The natural wilderness has sort of been shaped to allow people to live within it. There has been a sort of large amount of shaping of the trees specifically to bend down to provide shelters. And as you walk these sands, you get the occasional glimpse of faces. These glimpses are from the perspective of you looking up and seeing someone standing up looking down at you. Specifically, you get 2 female faces and 1 male. One of the females is old for an elf. Dark grey hair, sort of wrinkled visage with the elven ears, drawn face, looks like the oldest elf you've ever seen. The other 2 younger. There's an element of comfort to these memories.
I don't really have anything to say about the memories
No?
at the moment.
That's absolutely fine. Does Ashrin... Is it obvious to other people that Ashrin is having a moment, or is she just sort of stoic and straightforward and just keeping on walking?
I think at the moment probably stoic, but she is looking around at the lands, kind of maybe a longing expression.
As you make your way across these lands, the rest of you notice that there are a couple of houses that have been sort of almost the trees have been pulled down in front of, protected by bushes and by plants. These were beautiful lands once, but you see the signs of battle on the edges of the water. Different sandbanks. There's the occasional bone jutting out the sand. There's the occasional broken home. Walls crumbles to the ground. As you all head across this island, it is obvious that it is now completely abandoned. Whether for islands further to the north or whether for lands far west, you're unsure. But you are certain that it is Shadowvale who attempted to take these lands. Will most definitely thrust back. These are completely different fields to Mistralia. They are verdant and green and full of life, but not full of humanoid life. It is as if the very nature of the land itself was being used to defend it from any intruders, and you begin to feel like that, exactly, intruders. Those of you who are a little perceptive will note that at the back, Starling is sort of concealing your tracks, brushing the sand back into place occasionally, adjusting a little bit of grass or turf that has been knocked aside by a stray foot. At the front, as Ashran leads you with fairly steady passage, you will see her occasionally slow down to look about her. And then when you reach sort of almost the whole way across the island, this is only a maybe 4 or 5 hours walking, I guess. But as you're getting to the very end, you'll see a thin sort of line of spread out houses, 6 or 7 wide, and these have not been covered by nature. You see barricades and bullocks put up against them, large pieces of driftwood pulled up to meet small stone structures. Different bits of house are being torn sideways to form one long barricade along the beach. And here you will find a veritable army of bones, dropped weapons, swords, arrows in the dust. No bloodstains remain in the sand, so you know this was long enough ago that... Well, it's long enough ago that there is no flesh to the bones. But a last stand was made here. And as you inspect, you will note that there are more bones on the Shadowvale side than the other side.
Hell yeah.
That's what we like to see.
But whichever way you look at it, there are no astral elves here anymore. They were forced to depart. And Ashran, as you stand on this beach, you have a memory of looking out over this barricade at an almost army of undead and Shadowvale coming towards you over the water, walking out of the water, a lot of the undead, towards you. The very last sort of sight you see... Oh, why are you going to do that to me? The very last sight you see is of a comrade who had fallen down beside you, rising up with a cudgel in hand and hitting you across the side of the head.
Oh.
Struck from the side by an ally that was resurrected during the battle by the enemy. You know that this is where you left Yolanta. But how you left, when you left, and... Well, you can probably guess at which direction you left in. But how and when you left is gone to you. As you all reach the edge of the beach and look out over this battlefield, I'll hand it back to you.
I think Ashton would be standing frozen in that spot. And there's probably just a bit of a gasp the moment that the cudgel made contact with her in her memory.
Are you okay, Ashran?
I was here.
Like,
When
before?
this happened, I was here.
Ooh.
Starling looks sharply up from the tracks and you fled. They all fled. Some gave their lives to defend it here, but there was treachery here. Elves struck at elves.
Could it be they were Shadowvale?
The fallen, they got back up.
She knows.
It was necromancy?
Yeah. I'm gonna look around at the bones and try to look for a piece of armor that just seems familiar, that has an emblem on it or anything.
These bones are completely picked. And there is nothing but the bones themselves. Little shards of weaponry, pieces of metal. But after a little while, you do see a skull sort of tilted to the side that you know most definitely to be elven. And you will note that almost all of the other bones there are Shadowvale, as if the elves took their bodies with them. This one is an anomaly amongst the others. Starling sort of wordlessly comes to your side and puts her arm, not touching you, but it's sort of in range of around you, as if she's thinking about how to comfort you, and then silently offers you her bottle of brandy.
Other hand.
Sorry, what did you say, Matt?
She's hover-handing.
Oh, hover-handing, yeah. Little bit.
So awkward.
But yeah, she offers you her bottle of brandy, which, whilst maybe not the most standard form of affection, you would know that it took a lot for her to do that.
I'll take a swig and, with a sort of apologetic look, I will just pour out a little bit onto the ground.
She nods. Fitting sacrifice. Hey, we're going home. Home.
Yeah. Do I recognize any of the buildings? Like, do I feel like I was from here or just had a stand here?
You don't know. If you reach and grasp for more memories, nothing comes. Nothing from before this moment. The first memory afterwards is in the forests inland from the beach. Sorry for the phone, by the way. You remember nothing of how you got from here to Sogravia at all.
Well, no use waiting here. Let's go.
Okay.
But why don't you remember?
Well, I don't know if that's something Ashrin would be able to know.
Marcus sort of sidles up alongside you, Obi, and sometimes we forget because it's what's best for us. Sometimes we don't remember because we don't want to. Alternatively, medically, a sharp blow to the head or a sustained illness can cause lack of memories. Or magic.
So can you hit my head and I can forget about what we just went through?
Magic is the safer route for that. You could ask at the Sisterhood. Or the Mage's Arcane.
Okay.
But sometimes it's best to remember. To remember what we're fighting for and what we're fighting against. I'll keep those memories. To spur me on.
when Marcus says that, Callum's gonna start looking around, I think, for like some kind of I mean, I know everything around here is ruined, but is there maybe like a piece of a shield or something? Just something something that he can just basically plant in the sand.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask.
Yeah.
You find nothing out on the beach, but you see the homes, and just leaning out of one window is a sort of very old, decrepit banner.
Perfect.
There's no sign really of what it represented. It's at this point, it's just a small streak of blue flag on an old metal spear.
Someone have mending?
I do have mending.
You can fix up the spear, but it won't restore what's lost of the banner.
No, that's okay. I don't need to restore anything. Callum's going to use his magical tinkering, and on this banner, just leave a message there. I can just put some words of text on there, so it'll just say, in commemoration of the brave elves who defended their homes here. And I'll just plant that there in the sand.
Our mom sort of
Thank
puts
you,
his
Karen.
hand to it and nods at you. That's really good. Thanks, you. The rest of you can start getting the boat ready, because you can boat the rest of the way.
All right. Like all the way back to Sogravia?
Mm-hmm.
Can I fly the rest of the way?
With 1 8-hour break in the middle.
Okay.
Deal.
You've got a deal.
You got a deal.
As soon as you land on the shores, however, making a gap between the island this time, not having to walk across it, Starling will look over to you and... You should call Kailana. We should get to Zavril.
Yeah.
Back. We're
Right away.
back.
Do we had a sending stone, right?
You have a way of...
to
Yeah,
Kailana?
exactly.
Yeah.
I need to remember I put this back in a second.
Had sort of even like forgotten about it. It's just been in Ashton's bag, just not even thinking about people back at home.
Yeah.
Other than Zavril.
Mm-hmm.
I'll pull
We
it
have a
out.
home?
What do you say to her?
We're back.
Kailana, we're here on the shores north. We're coming for Zavril, but we don't know where to go.
And after a short while, there's a message back of... Here's hoping Starling's with you. Is all she says, and then moments later, she will step out of thin air next to Starling.
Wow! What if we didn't get her? She would have been in the Shadow Veil.
She sort of looks around and... Well, I'm glad that worked. I think if she wasn't with you, I probably wouldn't have been able to do that at all.
Okay.
Starling sort of looks at her a little askance, and she nods down towards a bracelet that Starling is wearing. And glad you kept that. And then she just wraps her in a huge hug. And then she looks around at you all and... Well, you all look like shit.
We feel like shit.
Good to see you.
You want to get your friend, I'm sure, immediately. Starling, you can come with us.
Mm.
With that, she
Wait.
will...
This isn't like a trap or something, right? Starling isn't wanted by the Sisterhood still.
Well, isn't it you killed the
Seems
3
that-
assassins?
It seems that Kailana is saying that no, Starling will be welcome. And with that, she will create a portal to the Sisterhood courtyard. And she says, I'm sure you want to tell me all about it. I'm sure you don't, actually. But either way, let's get you straight to the medic room.
I will put
yes,
on my
please.
mask of Maglubia.
Nice.
And she'll say, I'll go and find Nana Klinev. No, wrong person. I'll go and find Solara.
Say who?
Not any of you have met, but she is not who you were looking for. You're looking for Solara, and indeed she will come shortly enough. You know she is the daughter of the Elven Queen. She is the person who nearly killed herself, putting Zavril into stasis.
Yeah.
And sure enough, she will come running, and you made it back. You made it back, all of you. Incredible.
What? Do you not notice what's missing?
She never knew anything of Yen.
Oh.
You met Yen after
Oh,
leaving the
weird.
sisterhood
Oh.
to go. Right. Well, if something or someone is missing, I'm truly sorry, but you've brought it? This cure?
Yeah.
Yes.
Callum will pull out the big mushroom and also like the collar they had on Starling. I don't know if both of those might give them more clues on how to help Sam.
She looks over the collar and, this is awful. We don't do anything like that.
No,
you should
no,
dispose of that. Burn it. Bury it.
Well,
Throw it out to
okay.
sea.
Well, hold on. We can learn from it a little bit. Like,
Thank you, Glacius. I
There
just
is
put it back
nothing
the
in that
bag.
that you want to learn. That is evil magic at its worst.
Nothing? Do you know how to use this thing then? The big mushroom?
She looks over it and... looks like we
okay,
can...
maybe give me the collar back.
Well, the collar was... a trap. It would trap somebody in there. It would trap their spirit in it as much as their... as much as the shadow. You would be able to control them. An evil thing.
Put the collar on the ground.
I put it back in my bag.
Callum, give me
You can learn
the
from
give me
it.
the collar now.
I'm not gonna control anybody with it, but if we
Then-
can... Look, do you want to hear my reasoning? If I can understand this magic and disassemble it, I could find a way to prevent Sid from going crazy. Next time we have to go there.
I agree with Callum.
I will not be using this for Shadowvale purposes, obviously.
After you have done tinkering with it, will you please give it to me?
Absolutely. When I've learned what I can.
Thank you.
She's sort of holding the mushroom and... it looks like it contains a small amount of the shadow plane, but there's definitely room for a lot more. I fear this will have to happen while your friend is awake. Luckily, waking him up is a lot easier than it was putting him to sleep. And with almost no ceremony at all, she pulls out this
Slap.
long slab. Well, no, she pulls out like a... I mean, it really is like in a mausoleum. She sort of pulls out a long slab with a glass cover, and
the fuck?
lying inside it is
In a glass cover like Snow White?
Oh, yeah.
Wow,
wow.
Zavro! It looks beautiful.
No, wait.
Oh, Zavro, nice. Let's go.
Who's gonna kiss him?
No one. Go on over.
Wait. I have a question.
Uh-huh.
Can I do it?
Kiss him?
No.
Oh my
Um,
god.
Can I be the one to bring him back?
She looks at you and... I'm sorry, little one. I don't think you have the magic for it, but you can be the first one he will see. Just position
No,
yourself just
I don't.
there. You won't be able to wake him.
I don't really trust you guys, so...
I appreciate
You were
Obi's
talking to
honesty.
us for a second. I was
Yeah.
just like, damn, Obi. What did we do?
I'm just talking about the sisterhood in general.
Be that as it will, it is only me letting go of the spell that will wake him.
Oh.
Yeah, she's sort of almost effectively letting go of concentration or ending a spell that she's been maintaining on him all this time.
Jeez.
Oh.
So there is no way you can wake him up. No.
Oh, no. I'm sorry. That's not what I meant. I meant you can do that part. I meant.
I mean, if you
using
kill
the-
her.
I meant I want to be the one to use the mushrooms.
Concentration's
The-
over.
Oh right.
the
Maybe.
That's what I meant.
She will work with you on that. But for now, she pulls back the cover and concentrates for a moment, and Zavril will wake up. Eyes open, head up. Zavril, for you, it feels like perhaps a minute or two has passed.
Several?
How long was I gone for?
Too long.
9 days.
Well, how long, sorry?
9
9
days.
days.
Pretty efficient,
days.
right?
That's it? We've been gone for 9 days. That's
No,
it?
oh no, hold on. Sorry, I've got to times that by 3, don't I? 27 days.
What? Oh, fuck.
That
9 days,
sounds-
9
that sounds
Shadowville.
better.
Nine.
Just under a month.
Okay, not as efficient as I thought.
No, 3 days to get to the Shadowville lands, 2 days to get back, and then 3.5 days in the Shadowville lands.
Well, as I sit up, I just look around and say, well, certainly do work
shit.
quick. I was expecting to have been out for a hell of a lot longer than that. But
How long did you think we were
there's
gonna
one
leave
thing
you
I
out?
must do. Click my fingers, and a quill appears, and a roll of parchment flies off from somewhere and just unfurls. And this quill's just jotting some things down on paper that nobody can read because it's tiny and in a scrawl that's proprietary. But nonetheless, Zavril just sits up, looks around, and says, "Well, tell me everything, please. Spare no
First thing he
details."
does, wakes up, writes in his dream journal.
Wait, hold on.
So
Can
good
we?
to have you back.
Yeah, can we heal you first?
Oh, I would have thought you would have had that handled by now.
We
Fair, okay.
couldn't do it while you were
Sorry,
asleep.
bud. Yeah.
Slara sort of looks over at you, Obi, and... Right. So... There are 2 or 3 things you need to understand that need to happen here. Right now, there is a piece of the shadow plane inside Zevril's body, inside his soul. And this here, and she gestures towards the sort of mushroom-like large disc, and this can absorb it. All we have to do is work out how to pull it out of him and put it in there. There's definitely...
One question for you on that.
Uh-huh.
Is that going to suck anywhere near as much as what it was to put me in this state? Because that was fucking awful.
Probably. She hesitates for a
Audrey.
moment, and I think there needs to be some element of will from you. She gestures towards you, Zavril.
I certainly don't want this damn thing in me, but at least make it quick, please.
I think the best thing we can do is, and then she's going to take a needle and she's going to push it through the mushroom until it is pricking slightly out of the mushroom. And then she will look to Obi and say, I think what happens is Zavril places his hand upon the needle, piercing his skin slightly, allowing blood-to-blood contact with the mushroom, after which he will be able to will the shadow out of him. But we will need to put him in a trance-like state for that to happen without it absorbing his soul itself. Perhaps you want to help me with that?
Yes.
Do you know the sleep spell? I'm assuming not.
No.
Okay. Do you have anything that is sort of somewhat similar? Power word stun is not
I
a thing.
have Mage Hand.
I have Mage Hand. Attaboy.
Yes, let's
go.
go.
Let's see what you've got. Weirdly, it might be inflict wounds that is your best bet.
Wow.
Oh, charming.
Yeah.
First thing I do when I wake up is you want to kill me.
No, but there is an element of
Absorb
sort of
the elements.
there is an element of placing your hand on somebody and pushing something into them. In that.
Creepy.
So she will let you know that she's going to put him in a trance state. And give me an Arcana check, Obi, as she begins to chant very slowly and quietly under her breath. In Elven as well, just to make it more exciting and spicy, which I know you do speak.
20.
Yeah,
Nice.
you can understand that you've seen Marcus do this a little bit, and you've seen other healers sort of just lull someone into rest. But then the spell takes on a slightly darker nature as she is suspending his consciousness. Zavril, as this happens to you, you begin to feel a sort of swelling almost of your mind, of your memories, of your thoughts. You feel sort of a little ethereal, a little floaty at first. And then there's this sort of darkness, as if you are trapped within a place you can't escape. As if there are chains wrapped around you that burn to touch, that are black and formless in their shadow. You know that this is the moment you need to move your hand to place it upon the needle, but you cannot. You can't move your body or affect it at all. Obi, it is you that will need to place Several's hand upon the needle.
I will do that.
Okay. As you do so, suddenly, Zavril, you see this sort of like long tunnel of darkness with this tiny little shining hope at the end. A pale blue light, and it is up to you to sort of force the magic away. I'll take a wisdom save, please.
Do I get Sullivan's Boost?
Great question.
Why not?
That's right.
With Sullivan's Boost, that would be a 27.
Nice.
Woo!
As you take the shadow and you sort of gather it up and force it away towards you, towards the light, towards the bit of hope. I will now take an intelligence save to see if you can work out what to do next.
Insight, you say?
That's good.
Oh,
Oh.
no.
I was just about to say
Preparation or
Zevral's good at
something,
that.
right?
As you feel a little lost in the darkness, it begins to feel like it
No.
might overwhelm you. I will take, finally, a charisma save.
Oh wait, it says advantage on him. Where do I get my advantage on him from? Oh, I guess it's on an effect, that which isn't that, but that's fine. Yeah, you're saying sorry?
A charisma save, please. As you attempt
Oh, I'm not very
to
good at those.
force it away. With sheer
Uh,
personality, or lack thereof.
that'd be a 9.
Okay.
Wait,
You
where's...
have advantage on all intelligence, wisdom, and charisma saves.
Oh, it says all? Really? Why was it not? Why is it not rolling with advantage?
Why does
then?
it say that? Oh yeah, Vidalcan. Vidalcan disposition.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I should.
So I'll take the second bin save then, please.
Yeah,
Let's try that one more time. He was just warming up.
that's an 18.
Okay. You can understand that you simply need to expel it by, indeed, sort of force of not personality, but force of personal willpower and determination, I guess. Yeah, you sort of shape the shadow and push at it, but unfortunately a 9 is not really what you were looking for on pushing it finally away from you. And you see the shadow sort of dissipate down the tunnel. Instead of being pushed forcefully, it just floats out there.
He has advantage on the charisma one too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do you?
Do it.
Yeah. Because of Vidalcan. For some reason, it wasn't giving me advantage on the markers. I don't know what was going on with that.
Well, go ahead and give me your second Christmas save then.
That's right.
That's much better. That's an 18 with.
Okay.
Sullivan's
Yeah,
Boost.
so this time you push it and it sort of expels away and then slowly towards the end just floats onwards. And with that, the rest of you can see this sort of dark swirling effect in the mushroom. And it seems that most of the shadow plane has been pulled out. Solara looks to you, Zavril, and you will slowly come back to consciousness. She leans over and I hope you don't mind. And she pulls slightly down on your shirt and looks into your heart. And you see a very thin, sort of faint black marking over your chest that pulses with your heartbeat.
What the hell is that?
Give me an insight check as you see her face sort of as she looks at it.
Guidance.
I'll take the guidance, no problem. D4.
Well, that's 12.
She looks worried.
Terrible rolls resume.
She sort of nods and... It would seem we couldn't remove it all, but... This shouldn't shorten your lifespan. It might just... In all honesty, I don't know exactly what it'll do. But you'll live. That's something, right? She looks up
Still
at
a
you with a
cause for
slight smile on her
concern.
face.
The most important something.
Still a cause for concern, though. I mean, if I have this, what the hell does this mean for what the Shadow Veil can do?
Well, for now you're alive, and that's all that matters.
True. Most important things are what they are.
Well, yeah. Kinda.
Everyone's like it do be what it do be.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Thanks,
It is
Captain
what it
Obvious.
It'd be like that sometimes.
Yeah.
Dude.
Hi,
And
I'm
at the end
Captain
of the
Obvious.
day, it's night.
Where would we be
When the
without
sun
these?
goes
It's
up,
always
it
daytime
goes
somewhere.
down.
You know it is.
I love that. So true, Zavril.
When the sun goes up.
Wise,
it has
wise
to go down.
words.
But as
But
you...
if,
Oh, go on.
I mean, the only concern that I have here is, yeah, sure, I'm alive. But if we all happen to need to go into if we all happen to need to go into Mistralia again sometime, if I need to join you next time for any reason,
You would be able to. She looks at it. That's staying where it is. That's part of you now. Not part of them. And we'll take a short break. Hello, and welcome back to the second half of Sogravia, the Last Bastion. These guys have just resurrected their friend, and now they're happy about it. Here they are.
Yay! Everyone,
Guys,
just hug
let's all
Zavril real
go
quick.
home.
Actually,
Let's
before I
go
hand
down
over to you guys,
specific detail, everything that's happened to us.
I'm sure you would on the way back, but I should first of all tell you about what's happened to Zavril, because I suppose he's not going to really be able to share.
He's a
So
sorcerer now.
Zavril has gained some abilities and lost some abilities. He's lost 2 Constitution.
Oh no!
Oh,
But
is that where the +2 went?
No, he lost another 2 on top of that.
Oh shit, he lost 4?
He
So
atrophied away.
a piece of the Shadow Plane remains within him. You gain the following, and then it says benefits. Your Constitution score is reduced by 2. But you have resistance to necrotic damage and poison damage, are immune to disease and the poisoned condition, and to have Devil's Sight, darkness, vision in magical darkness and non-magical darkness for 120 feet.
That's badass.
So it's
Damn,
touch and
yeah.
go. There's good and bad. But
yeah,
yes.
take a
on
minus
average,
2 to
on
my
average, it's a
con for
benefit.
that?
I'll take it.
So your Constitution will be capped at 18. Should you later take a thing that makes it a bit higher, you won't be able to get it all the highest.
And
Yeah.
we don't think this Shadow Veil in Zavril has any chance of like reawakening. Or
He's not got
reviving again.
anything. He's not got any Shadow Veil in him anymore. It's not got any control. It's not sentient
just
in
the
any
plane
way.
of
It's not
shadows?
living. It's just a sliver of shadow itself. Just of shadow,
Mhm,
not of
okay.
like the plane of shadow or anything else. It's just this little mark where he has been effectively. It's called marked by shadow.
love that.
It's affected like a battle scar that leaves a benefit and a negative.
So it's kind of like the little thing that happened to Rosanya's hand, to put it in terms that I would know,
yeah.
except with some actual effects rather than
Yep.
just being kind of nothing.
That had an effect. He just didn't discover it.
Oh.
Oh
Yeah.
wow!
There's
Like,
always
he was
those.
marked by shadow, but we were shadow touched.
That's true.
Yeah.
Where'd they touch you?
In all honesty, I was in the process of writing out the feat, and I called it Shadow Touch, and I was like, wait, they all got that last week, and he didn't.
I mean, it wouldn't be sweet. We're matching.
Nope, no
little
matching.
different.
I like some differentiation.
For lifers.
Anyway, you're happy, you resurrected him. Kailana will offer to teleport you to Van Hania if you wish.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's,
sure.
Do it.
let's go home, guys.
Okay.
I have one question though. How the hell did you come upon this mushroom thing?
What a tale that is.
And it goes like this, and then the camera pans away.
Yeah.
No, then it goes giant sponsorship. Watch on YouTube.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Hashtag ad.
She will lead you to the teleportation chamber. And there's a brief moment where you see Starling hesitate. She's not 100% certain she wants to stay with you. But then she sort of nods
It's
and
understandable.
I'll stick around for now. But I think I've got some other plans. But I'd like to come back to the house and see the gobos. Gobos! Wow, goblins.
Yeah.
You also call them that.
That's a certified Dill moment.
I'm sure they'd be happy to see you.
Where's man going?
That's a good question too.
You mean Marcus?
No, the
And
man.
man.
Both of them.
A man.
Marcus wants to travel
Oh.
with you, and almost indefinitely, really.
Wow.
Oh, I'm okay with that.
I'm happy with that too.
Yeah, he might change his mind when you start doing politics, but until then. But Arman
Oh.
sort of looks at you and then looks over to Starling, and I too will follow you for now. But I will take an insight
Get
check
a
from anybody that is
room.
proficient or has an insight of 14 or higher. Passive insight of 14 or higher.
Guidance
On
Damn.
who?
on myself.
I'm gonna use tactical assessment to give myself a D10.
Oh, Zavril.
Can I go back to being Marcus?
Oh my goodness. I
Like,
got an
I'll roll the
18.
fucking thing.
Well, this
You
is
got a lot of-
so
I got a-
appropriate. Everybody other than the
25.
socially awkward Zavril will know immediately that this is Arman basically saying, "I'll follow Starling."
Wow.
He is,
Get a room.
He is in love.
We have an
Um,
extra room in our house. Thank you
Starling,
for
however, does not seem to be particularly in love with him.
that. Wow.
Uh-oh.
Oh, tragic.
Sucks. to
Miss
suck.
Astrid.
Look, it's like you need to wine and dine her a little bit.
What was your insight check, Callum?
Callum didn't make one. He's not insightful. He would
yeah.
not notice this relationship drama, and also he feels awkward. He needs to apologize to Amon, but
I'm very
Ashrin would
invested.
be
26.
Ashrin would be aware that Starling may potentially be incapable of love,
whoa.
or at least currently.
Whoa, is it
Maybe not always, but at least currently.
Wait,
Yeah.
I got a
She's been
25. Do I know
traumatized.
that?
You don't know anything.
You're not
But
best.
I got a 25.
Yeah, you're insightful, but you don't have the emotional intellect
You
to
don't
have
have
that capacity. You might have
women's
20 wisdom,
knowledge.
but yes, you're still Glacius.
Fair.
You still got resident potato farmer.
You could have just said it's the Glacius tax, and I don't know, and I would have been like, fair enough.
The Glacius tax.
Oh, I didn't mean to send you there. You can't go there yet. Hold on.
Oh man.
No, you're sending there. That's what I was looking for.
No, wait, come back.
Yeah.
We wake up, we're still in the Shadow Vale.
You are able to teleport into Van Hania, where it is absolutely lashing it down with rain.
Ugh.
It hasn't rained in
Goodness.
Mistralia apart from when you nearly died, so this might be refreshing. But as you step out, Armand sort of, ugh, really? Shakes his head like a wet dog.
I don't know, man. This feels great.
Yeah, Ashton will just tilt her head back and enjoy the rain.
Feel the rain on your skin.
Are we like
No
in
one
the
else
center
can
of
feel it for
town?
me.
No,
Only
they
you can
cannot.
let it in.
Exactly.
No one else.
Okay, well, should we report to
Yeah.
Andor?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
guess.
We should.
Okay.
Alright.
So you can head to the Dawn Guard headquarters. I want to know, Sullivan.
Mm.
I see the last time you came here, you were dismissed from duty.
Oh.
Awkward.
Glacius too, but Glacius didn't seem
Yeah,
too
I was
upset
gonna
about it.
say.
Yeah, he
Um,
Yeah.
didn't mind being fired. I took it very personally.
I was gonna say, hold on, wait, I was fired too.
Yeah.
uh,
Glitch just was like, I saw this coming.
Yeah, fair. I'm a demon, kind of now.
they did say they would reinstate you upon your return.
They did.
What is Sullivan and Glacius's attitude towards this report?
I'm very anxious. Especially because the last time, like you said, we didn't end on good terms, and not that Sullivan doesn't feel like he had every right to be as upset as he was. It's kind of it's difficult to then go back and be like, I did the thing you said you wanted me to do, but officially didn't want me to do. Even though I think it was a good cause.
Yeah, Glacius is very much like it is affecting him, but this is not his first report having to say that a member of the party or the member of the Dawn Guard has fallen and having to report this. So it's very still matter of fact, but it is still a sense deeper down. It is just lost another party member.
In the
Shadow
famous
Veil.
words of Zavril, it is what it is.
Yup.
Yeah, he'd be smart
At
to
the end
find
of the day, it's night.
Is there any excitement to be reinstated?
Yeah, a
Is
little
there any
bit.
reluctance to be reinstated?
Yeah, definitely.
Mhm.
Just because,
I'm
like,
quite pleased. That worked out quite well.
Yeah,
I think I think for Sullivan, it's kind of hard for him because the whole thing was like, oh, you have to help people within the country, and Sullivan was like, I am. It just means leaving the country, and so for him, it's definitely this. It seems very counterintuitive to be like, this is what you should do, but only our idea of this. So he's very reluctant to have that conversation and where it goes.
Glacius has been in the Dawn Guard almost his entire life, so there is some excitement of being going back, right? But it's it is with a new sense of, I guess, purpose, so to speak. It very much before he was reluctant to want to go any higher. But being with the party, being in Mistralia, seeing how everything is, it kind of fully helps him understand that the life of generals aren't easy, very much. And while as just a regular foot soldier, he felt very a lot of the time top brass wouldn't understand what was going on in those front lines. It is also this new sense of having to ask people to come on this quest with him into this very dangerous land that everyone was just you're going to die. It gives him some newfound sense of purpose, and he wants to go back just to it's to prove that it is possible, it is right, and to help try to give some new sense of purpose, maybe.
Yeah, I get that. I think that makes a lot of sense. As you arrive to the outside of the building, you see the two soldiers sort of stood outside. They look over, but recognize the two of you, and sort of nod and gesture for you to head in.
Is
We'll
I
that,
will nod back and do so.
is that for all of us?
Yeah,
or
they,
just
they will
them
let
two?
you. They assume that you are on business with those two.
Okay.
I will say at some point I would have taken Yen's bow back from Starling.
Of course, I think she would have handed it back to you as soon as she got her own.
Yeah, I was gonna say, she did grab. We made a big show of her grabbing her own bow back.
That's true.
Sat behind the desk, sort of his hands crossed on the desk, in his full armor, with his cloak on, is Anvar. And sort of looking a bit bored with his day, and he looks up and... You've returned.
I'll do the salute immediately, and go immediately into giving the report without skipping a beat at all.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
Pull out the bow.
she was unable to make it the final steps of the journey.
He sort of slumps forward. We always knew she'd get herself killed out there. Just never believed it would be this time. We've gone deep into Shadowhunters lands.
We wouldn't all have made it back without her.
I don't
As I
doubt
leave
that.
the bow, I will give a side glance at Sullivan, who was quite literally out on his own without her.
I just silently nod.
I won't mention that fact. I feel like that's a touchy thing to mention.
He sort of... I'm afraid that... I must ask you to take this report higher. What you have done. How deep you have gone into Shadowhunters lands. A remarkable feat, I'm sure. And a remarkable story, but... to save you the time of repeating yourself, Gankus will want to hear of this himself. I'm sure you need some time to retreat to your... I'll explain who Gankus is in a minute if you don't already know. I can see your face going, what, who, where?
90% sure he's the king.
He is not the king.
Damn.
He sort of... I'm sure you need some time to yourselves. I will not make any official note of your return. But it would behoove you well to be in Justern within the week. Will that suffice, soldiers? You can teleport there.
I'll
It's
give
the
a
capital of Sogravia.
Oh, yeah.
I'll give a salute and say, of course, sir.
Welcome home,
And
all of you. And then he takes a moment and he looks over to Zavril and... It was you, wasn't it? What they went for? Was it not? Zavril? Hello?
Sorry, yep, no, I didn't realise I was muted. My bad. Yes, it was.
Bingo cards, guys. He sort of... The soldier who was lost in Mistralia lands. I do not hold you accountable in any way, but she gave her life for your friends to succeed. You better live up to the
Speaking of-
expectation.
There's no
Don't we
way
have
I
that
will allow it to
thing?
be wasted.
Good. See that you don't. Sorry, Darth Karen.
we had that missing soldier we found.
You did.
I'll also
Yeah, we
report
did.
that. The words missing soldier just reminded me that, oh shit, there was another missing soldier
That
that
quest
we
we
found.
got
was.
so long
Yeah,
ago.
that quest. Was it? I don't remember. Was it just report to them or report to the family?
I'm getting there.
I fully remember.
Leoren was my partner and fellow scout. I've searched for his body, but I cannot find it. I need someone to go closer, but I cannot face the memories. We scouted over the border to the north of Imildariak and crossed the mountains into Mistralia. If a small group could venture over there and retrieve his body, I'd be so grateful. Good job, guys. What did you leave behind?
About that body.
But you did bring his necklace back. His
No,
signet
the
ring.
body was in a swamp,
Decomposed.
and
It was decomposed, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was actually
There was no way
impaled
we
in a
could bring it
swamp.
back.
Oh god.
Oh, that's
yeah.
even worse.
no
Yeah,
way
there
we
was
could
no way
bring
that
it
was getting out.
But yes, and he will. Oh, Renette's here actually. I'll call her down.
Perfect.
She'll be very glad.
One more thing. Glacius will go to take off the ring that he gave us right before we left and say, "Will you be wanting this back, sir?"
No, I will not.
All right.
Speak to Gankus. Leoren will. Renette will come down and ask you to recount everything that saw at the situation.
Who was this guy?
But eventually, satisfied that you have laid her friend to rest and that she has the knowledge that she wants, she will reach into a pouch at her pocket. And this was my father's and his father's before him. Please, take it as your reward. And she hands you what appears like a fairly plain
Cute.
copper band with a little... it's got a brushed style to the metal that makes it look almost wooden and has little tiny emeralds in it to make it look like leaves. Would anybody just straight up recognize this? I don't think so. So Callum, you may give me an Arcana check. Obi's proficient as well, right, in Arcana? And Zavra?
Oh yeah.
So the three of you can give me an Arcana check. You're gonna... I hope you hold... Was that a nat 20?
That was a nat 20 expression that I just made for a 30.
I will tell you that you were the only person that
Nice.
succeed, even though Zavril rolled a 25.
Wow.
Because this is a ring of regeneration.
Ooh.
Ooh.
What the hell?
So you
That's
regain
cool.
1d6 hit points every 10 minutes, provided you have at least 1 hit point. So this will not bring you up from unconscious. It will, however, heal you up to full minutes after a battle, really, half an hour after battle. Not only that, it will cause any missing limbs to regrow should they fall off in mysterious places.
Requires
That's
attunement.
badass.
It's,
Fall off on its own.
if you wear this somewhere else, it is anti-syphilis. But
Thank you.
goodness. That's what I always think of when I see this ring. I just think of that. Sorry,
Okay.
my terrible brain. My terrible mind. Get out the gutter. Nevertheless, it is a pretty cool ring. Anybody who regularly gets particularly low and wants to get particularly not low, or just somebody who has a spare attunement slot. I know some people who seem to have 5 of them right now. Is it 4.5 right now?
I have 5 right now, but I will probably be switching things around when Sid is back, so I will not.
Yeah,
be claiming
I
it.
want to talk to you about that.
We'll let
Callum.
you hold off until next week,
Yeah.
because you guys can
I-
decide out of session. But for now,
I'm
go
guessing
home.
that the
Sorry, go on. You can guess something
I'm
first.
guessing that the regen ring cannot do anything with some shadow scar fuckery, and that's very much staying.
That's part of
Well,
you.
I want to get rid of it
And
anyway.
yes, it is quite powerful, so I'd probably keep it around. If I was
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he, as you're going to leave, you'll sort of go home. He gestures. Sullivan, Frostborn, might I have a word?
I'll nod and
course.
approach.
He leads you to his office. Shut the door, soldier.
I'll do so.
He knocks the two of you over, and before you left, I dismissed you. I wasn't happy about it. I want you to know that. I wasn't pleased at all. I cannot reinstate you. That is up to Gankis, though he will do so. I swear that. You crossed into Shadowville lands, deep into Shadowville lands, and you came back. I have no idea what that cost you, or how tough it was. I wanted to tell you that I and the Dawn Guard are incredibly proud of you. Knowing your duty beyond even what was assigned as your duty. Going out of your way for a fellow citizen. Fighting against the impossible and succeeding. I couldn't be more proud. And I will make sure that Gankis understands the weight of your achievements. And the importance of them.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
If we ever do have those damned shadow veils on our turf, I would be honored to have one of you stand alongside me in the front lines. Honored. He sort of tears up and there's a moment, and a long time ago, I stood side by side at the front line. A foot soldier. I had a brother back then. He took a wound in battle that they couldn't cure. Much like your friends. I had to say goodbye to him. I should have done what you did. And never give up. Dismissing you was not an easy task. Not a thankful one. But you did the right thing.
We hold fast against the dark and stand guard until the dawn.
We do. He nods and off with you. Go home. Enjoy yourselves. I've got a week till I report you returned.
Thank you, sir.
Elliot, see that you find your cloak.
But this fancy magical.
He gives you a little smile and gestures you out.
Lace it in.
Yeah.
You just wear a cloak in the back and the front.
Yeah.
As you enter back into the rain, you can take the walk home.
Can I talk to... I want to speak to Callum real quick.
Okay, you can talk to Callum on your journey. Or
Yeah.
in this
Yep.
place. You're going to ask your pirate hat too?
Still
No, no, no.
Callum's still working on it. He hides what he's working on is really bad for Obi.
I'm technically I'm still asking Callum for something. I know that there was, I can't remember if this was in or out of character. I know that there were talks of Callum being able to create stronger armor. So I was going to ask Callum if they wouldn't mind making some stronger armor so that way I can,
Wow,
take off this.
that demon armor, yeah.
I will give you two choices, Callum.
Yes.
You can either use one of your infusions to bless standard Dawnguard armor, or you can attempt to purchase the materials within Van Hania to then make a set of armor from scratch.
I think that comes down to aesthetics for Glacius, so I would ask if
You can make it in the
to make-
Dawnguard style, 100%.
Oh, okay. Wow.
I don't know, because I don't know how well you'll roll, whether it'll be more or less useful.
The important
Well-
thing is that it's black like his soul.
I think, yeah.
Sullivan!
This is his redemption moment, Sullivan! Keep your mouth silent! He's gonna forget Abyssal for this and learn chess!
Hey, if you want, I can always take the black card up and making the fucking.
Everyone's gonna
thing
know
that I've got
chess
going on.
except Ashrin by the end of this. You know what, Glacius? Yeah, maybe I could buff up your old Dawnguard armor. What do you think?
Whatever would be easiest for you.
Sure. Yeah, I think I would infuse his Dawnguard armor that he's already, comfortable in and everything.
Okay, cool. In that case, I will put that offer on the table for if you wish to try and create yourselves or someone else a weapon or armor.
Wow.
You, in this week, do have the chance to attempt to craft a single piece of armor or weaponry.
I mean, Callum is going to probably spend this time trying to improve Sid and figure out what went wrong in the Shadow Veil, I think, is what
Okay.
his main focus is going to be this week.
Marvelous.
Hey,
But
hey,
I absolutely have time for.
You can do that in just time.
thing.
You can play around with making stuff, but you can definitely infuse glaciers immediately.
yeah, I will need to talk to Marcus about getting, a remove curse.
He'll
Maybe you
grant
spare
you
a
that.
spell slot.
Yes, as and when you get home. But in the meantime, on your way home in the rain, a nostalgic journey. You'll note that Arman and Starling, they'll say to you that they'll follow later on today. They're going to carouse a few bars and have a celebratory brandy or 12
Oh, nice.
to be grateful for their success.
Or
Marcus
sell them out.
Marcus is going to join them and follow them back to yours, purely because he wants to go and report to the Furian Guard.
That makes sense.
So, as you all journey back, just the 6 of you. No dogs, 1 lizard, I think.
I will make
Yep.
one adjustment to that because we started this journey as 7, so I will bring out Jazara.
Aw.
Oh, I love that.
Um,
I want to roll the bag of tricks. I couldn't do it in Mistralia.
But
right.
before you
Oh,
do,
yeah.
I want from Ashrin. I'll take a D100, please.
Wow.
can we see our bridge friend?
I, sure
I
hope
don't
so.
know. We'll have to ask the guards.
Ooh,
I'm so excited.
98.
Pretty good.
Ooh.
Almost another
What am I
genie.
going to do with that?
It's good. Bridge
Okay.
friend.
No. As you head on down the road, it's about 45 minutes down the road, you hear a rather raucous sound coming towards you.
Thunderdown?
Raucous sound coming towards you. Bear with me a second.
Thunderdown! He's back! I swear to God, that
Our greatest
motherfucker.
enemy.
My nemesis.
You see a man, not Arman, a man, standing on the back of a wagon. 2 halflings sat in the front playing drums. A large dragonborn at the back playing a lute. And different flashing lights are on this cart. It's like, those passing Santa trucks at Christmas. Yeah, but this is a traveling bard troupe. And they are singing
First, it's
loud and
bards.
clear.
Shoot him!
Festive.
They are singing Cauldron Born, their famous new track. As you see Bard Song written down the side of the wagon in both letters. And they see, "Greetings, travelers! Greetings, greetings! Might we regale you with a tale or a song? Or perhaps you have deeds worth a telling and wish to tell us of them, so we may recount them to many others."
We
Come
got
back to us in
lot
a
of
week and we
those.
might.
Yeah, I don't think legally speaking we're allowed to say yet.
Well, we did kill that big demon. That was pretty cool, right?
We did.
You have done many other things. You have secured yourselves an army of giants.
Oh yeah, we did do
Oh,
that
yeah.
too.
You defeated a Shadow Veil in the sewers.
That's a little less
We
glamorous.
killed like 3 bone dragons.
You did.
yeah,
slay some
I didn't want to
bone
spoil
dragons.
the bone dragons. I didn't want to freak people out.
Yeah.
Did battle with Rocker Sunderdown on, well, multiple occasions, only one of
2
which I was not there
occasions
for.
are
And
Finally.
completed 4 side quests in one session.
That's right.
Yeah, we did that too.
You have
Wait, what?
slain members of the sovereignty. Do you remember when you went and you delivered a potion to a man and then you... do you remember that little
Yes.
circle? It was 4
Yes.
side quests in one
Yeah.
session. It
Yeah,
culminated
we did
in you guys getting to Centerpoint where you fought the sovereignty.
Yeah, that was
Um,
crazy.
yeah.
I like that
We,
story about the festival at the getting destroyed by the sovereignty and us stepping in. I
Right.
think that's a good
Um,
story.
They will listen to your tale and... Wow, you really are quite the adventurers. You have a name!
Guys,
Obi and
are-
friends.
okay. I thought we might have still been workshopping
Immediate.
Shadowhunters or the message, but Obi and Friends is good too.
I like Obi and Friends. It's a lot. I think that's a lot better than Shadowhunters. We've matured.
No, you're not going to change your name now. You're already famous.
No, we're Shadowhunters.
We're the Shadowhunters.
But our subtitle is Obi and Friends.
Oh, it's Obi and
Obi
Friends,
and Obi
the
and
Shadowhunters.
Ooh,
Right?
I like that a
Yeah,
lot.
okay.
Oh wait, why
Um,
not Obi and the Shadowhunters? There we go. That one works.
That's badass, actually.
Now you sound like a bard group.
We do.
Try and avoid that. And he looks to you, Obi, and says, "How's your singing, little man?"
How is Obi singing?
Very great. I learned from my friends, the Gutbusters.
Oh, we know the
Yeah.
Gutbusters. We wrote them an ale song. Would you like to hear it?
Biggest punch to ever exist.
I think we might have heard some of
yes.
your work. Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Uh,
don't they have a bard now?
Yeah. They do have a
do.
bard, and this group
Yeah.
taught them the song "Ale, Ale, Ale, Ale."
I like it so far.
It's an excellent song. Yeah, they will go and tell your tale everywhere else and disappear on in the rain.
Speaking of which, before they go,
Oh, they turn around and come back. Yes,
Ghostbusters,
the
are they
Godbusters.
behaving themselves nowadays, or are they still causing?
I don't know. Haven't heard
huge
much about them. I think most of them are fighting on the border now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah, that did
so
happen.
that's
You
how
did
know
that.
this.
You did
We
that.
brought
You
them there,
instated.
however.
You made that happen.
Yeah, we know
I
this.
just didn't realise they'd gone so quick. But yeah, I guess so.
It's
been
not
a
so
month.
quick. It's been a month. Yes, what he said.
Oh yeah, it's
been a
everyone's
month
concept
plus,
of time has
actually.
gone out the window because it has indeed been a month and it's been like 5 minutes for him.
God. I hope
Poor
the goblins didn't destroy the house.
Where's my rain gone? Oh, there it is.
It's burned down.
It's just occurred to me they've been unsupervised for a month.
Yeah. No,
Oh,
no,
yeah,
no.
what
What's
have they
his
done
name?
in this time?
That
The
one
fisherman?
guy, he comes and visits them.
Yeah.
So they had
hopefully.
like.
They're supervised by a
week,
tree as well.
Supervisor.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's
Yes,
That's-
he's out
Our
front,
scary, our
and as
scary
he-
tree.
as he sees you, he's sort of, you return. Excellent.
Good to see you too.
I am glad you are still alive.
So are we.
Yeah. Glad to see the house is still standing.
Why would it not be? It
How
is
are- I
built to
mean-
last, is it not? Not like
Well-
me, but somewhat.
I mean, I hope the goblins didn't get up to too much trouble while we were gone, is what I meant.
Oh, those. They are hasty creatures. He sort of
Well-
nods and lets you pass, of course.
But
But
wait,
at least it seems like they haven't burnt the place down. So
Mm-hmm.
Obi, what's that?
did Pig Sticker learn how to cook more than just water yet?
I don't
That
know.
wasn't the right
I
name, but
don't eat.
one of them.
You're asking a
I don't know,
tree
I don't eat
how the
food.
culinary talents of the goblins have progressed.
We're talking
He
to
eats
each other. I thought we were
sunshine.
talking to the guy.
No, you're talking to the tree.
Is it still raining?
It is still raining, of course.
Okay, so the tree is eating right now. He's
Yes, he
loving
is eating. He is eating, and having
Yeah,
great fun.
practically speaking.
But you
Okay.
can head on in.
Home sweet home. And out comes Roberto and Brutus.
Do we not have art for the goblins?
No.
Not.
We do somewhere. It's in the Discord somewhere.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. But it's like I
What?
don't know if they all had individual art.
I might charge one of you. I know how much Alora likes generating art, but by next week I expect 4 pieces of artwork on my desk. Names written on the top left-hand corner, please.
Mhm.
Give me pictures
for-
of Spider-Man.
Pig sticker, sheep's bane, thick skull, and fat skull.
Okay, and you got to get all their personalities correct in their art.
Correct. Yes. They better
I
be.
hope you can tell
Well,
them apart.
You are charged with that job, guys, collectively, not just
Yeah.
Alora.
Okay, but you said Alora and.
No, I know. I
Yeah,
just know how
not
much
me.
Alora likes generating art, but she's probably got a list of things to generate before that.
Listen, I can't get you pictures of Spider-Man. Okay, like it's too hard.
Okay. But when you
Okay.
enter in, you do see Thick Skull is currently working on the windmill. He's sort of, and when he turns, he sees you. Go, "You're home!" and then falls off the ladder.
Oh no! I'll cast Featherfall, Featherfall.
Oh, I love that. And then as he glides
it's
down,
good
sort
to
of
cast spells
slowly,
willy-nilly.
he slowly bounces off the ground and comes back to his feet and rushes over. And he sort of catches Obi in a hug and then grabs like Sullivan's leg and like hugs the two of you together and then looks up at all of you and you're home, you're home, you're home. You made it. You made your promise
it's to
and
be
you were
home.
true. And you're back. And then goes and sort of jumps up and sort of grabs Zavril's legs one by one.
Aww.
Come inside. Come inside.
Yeah, what have you
And
guys
then
been up
he
to?
goes sort of running around, fixing everything. It's all nice, all building, lots of building.
Oh, no.
I can't
yeah.
wait to see
Well,
what
you've
they've
seen
done.
that they've done a beautiful job retiling the entire windmill.
Really?
On the roof.
Fantastic.
They've been retiling the roof of the windmill.
Wow.
Love that.
Which is weird because I think it's thatched. But fuck it. So a closer look, but never mind. Yes, they have built a little balcony around it to walk on. Lots of other little bits. There are no holes in the loft anymore. Unless Ashrin wants there to be any holes, like windows. Attic, sorry, I should say. But yeah, after a short moment, Fat Skull. No, that is Fat Skull, right? The other one.
Thick
Thick
skull.
Thick Skull.
Pig
No, it was
sticker.
Fat Skull. It was Fat Skull. Yeah, Thick Skull is the one who's greeted you, and then Fat Skull will sort of come in.
Fat Skull's the cook.
Yeah. He's the potter. He's the potter.
This
Yeah, and he will come and greet you all, and then the Warlock twins will
Yes.
come and see you too, and everything seems to be fairly intact. They just seem delighted that you have made it home.
They fed the dogs, I presume.
guy.
Oh, we've had all the animals every day.
Aww.
Wow. Seems like you guys have done a really good job of keeping everything in check. It's,
Yeah. They all
It's
smile
like
and
working on
nod
a dime.
simultaneously, and have never looked more guilty in their life.
Yeah, they look like they're up to something. I mean,
Well-
Callan's gonna be inspecting their work on their construction work. But
The house is fine. The animals are fine.
What's not fine?
There's a body in the basement.
Oh, what?
What?
So what in the basement?
Body. We didn't mean to do it.
A what?
A
What do
body.
you mean,
Body?
Body.
Ooh, whose body?
Well, he was trying to break in.
Oh, well, job well
Oh, okay. Well then, it's perfectly okay if he was trying to break into the house.
Excuse me.
And we just meant to
Oh.
scare him off, but, well, over the last few months, Sheepsbane has been... Sheepsbane and Pigsticker have been worshipping most devoutly. And, it seems that Maglubiat has finally seen fit to bless them with some slightly more powerful magic, and that is when it chose to manifest itself, and now the person has a hole in him.
I
What?
see.
They learned Eldritch
Who
Blast.
was this person?
Yeah.
About this
They
large,
got
black,
agonizing
burning
blast.
hole straight through the middle.
Whose idea was
God,
it
these
to
guys are
put him in the
powerful.
basement instead of burying him?
But we thought you might want to identify him in case he's a friend of yours and he was just trying to pop by.
Awkward.
When did
Okay,
this
I'm
yeah,
happen?
we
gonna go
should
down
go
and have a
check
look.
that.
Yeah, you go down,
Check them.
and yeah, you see a fairly raggedly dressed man with a very bushy beard. He doesn't look like he's a thief. He looks like maybe a hermit. He thought he might be able to squat for the night.
Oh, no.
Just dead.
How old?
Huge hole through his
how-
chest.
How fresh is this body?
About 5 days.
Okay, so it
Oh,
smells.
God.
Only
How
very
does it smell?
slightly. It's in the back of Maglubiat's shrine.
Ugh.
And then Sheepsbane sort of looks at... is he a friend of yours?
No.
No.
I certainly
No.
don't.
Oh, good.
recognize
Can we
him.
sacrifice his body to Maglubiat?
No.
Yes.
I don't.
They've already done it.
Kinda, yeah.
It's
They just want to set
here.
fire to it on the altar. We can do it in the outside
it-
altar, so
Yeah,
that it doesn't
and you
smell.
Need to clean up when it's done.
Okay. Yay! Sort of Ixiger immediately sort of. Do you know like the gif where the body they are
Yes.
dancing with the body on their back
Yes.
shoulders? They
Oh,
are so
yeah.
happy.
The coffin
The
Don't
fucking
do this
the
again.
dancing corpse.
As they do it, we didn't kill their friend. We didn't kill their friend. We didn't kill their friend. As they sort of march
Yeah.
along, put the body on the altar. They get to burning it. Fat Skull will offer you a nice home cooked meal.
Oh,
What is it? What
those,
did you
those
make?
guys
How
have
is
gotten.
It's vegetables.
Is it water?
Lots of vegetables. But I've got we got some spices.
How,
Spice is
how is
good.
it? As the cook of the house.
Right now, uncooked. He's just letting you know
Yes,
they have
right.
vegetables and they have some spices. He hasn't started.
Okay.
He's offering to cook you a home cooked meal. It'll be a vegetable stew because they haven't got any meat.
That's
Very
perfectly
fair.
okay. Include plenty of potatoes, please. I'll go to my.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
Yep.
Got to.
Potato and
potatoes.
vegetable stew
Got
will
to.
be cooked, and as you all sit down to a welcome home-cooked meal, late that evening, Marcus, Arman, and Starling do arrive, and they've brought 2 kegs of ale, and 12 bottles of wine, and 2 bottles of brandy, should you wish to
my
drink in
goodness.
celebration.
And 2 of those things are just for Starling.
Indeed. And they will tell you
Yeah.
that they met some bards along the way who were singing a song of Centerpoint. The Shadowhunters at Centerpoint, an epic bardic tale.
Ah, yes. How did that story go?
You want to sing it? Well, it began with. Go watch the YouTube video.
Yeah, you'll have to.
Then we pan away again.
Next week,
Yeah.
maybe one of them, Armand, might recount it for you. But for now, we will come to the end and the timeless tradition of MVPs.
Thank goodness.
I'm so
I'm really
happy to be
confused
home.
because I had an MVP and I've changed it to Shadowhunters. And I don't know why I done that. And now I don't have it written down, so I'll have to hope to remember it.
James, press the undo button.
The M2 button?
Control
No,
Z.
undo.
Oh, I tried that. It just keeps making it blank and then making it back to Shadowhunters again.
Damn.
Yeah.
Unfortunate.
So I will come to Matt, as you missed out on last week's session. Sorry about that. Welcome back. And what was your MVP?
My MVP is, after all the great stuff that happened and coming back, it's finally reuniting with my best friends, the goblins.
Aww.
I was so sure the last word of that sentence was going to be Zavril.
No.
Fuck Stavril, dude.
It was all
the
for you,
goblins.
Zavril.
It was all for the goblins. Duff.
Yeah, I think seeing what was the name of the Isles for the Astral Elves, like, that was a pretty cool moment. Coming back, it's great to be back. I will say that it's great to be out of.
Well, you've been saying you're so back for the last 8 episodes, so it's nice that you
We're
actually are
finally
now.
so back,
We
baby.
are finally so back. Potatoes. Yeah, great. Love being back.
Jamel.
I gotta admit, the goblins being that with it to actually not burn the fucking place down and to be terrifying enough to have actually managed to quite accurately and neatly blast a hole through a guy's chest, very well, pinpoint basically, even if it was unintentional. The goblins are probably now more scary than some of us.
No, with a combined effort,
power,
they
but in
killed
terms
a,
of
they killed a
chaos.
commoner. It's 4 hit points.
Doesn't matter, it was a good shot.
It was that. Josh.
I think it's gotta be us leaving Mistralia without any party deaths. I mean, obviously Yen died, but we all survived, and I think that's a feat in of itself, to be honest, because it was rough in there, and there was quite a few close calls.
Oh,
Yeah, we thought you were a runner.
Yeah,
You're a Mistralia
well, I
with
still
tough
might
place.
be because of the whole soul thing.
Who knows?
But yeah,
You'll be fine.
Alora.
but for now we
Oh,
all
sorry.
survived.
Yep. Alora.
Finally getting some memories of her past life is pretty cool, but I really liked Callum's tribute on the beach.
I did hand out a inspiration card when that happened. Makeda is hoarding them at the moment.
It's not like that.
It really is. I just want to point out that nobody has more than 2, and you currently have all 3 of your D8s and a D6 and a D4 just
I'm gonna use
hoarded
them
by.
willy-nilly next time.
Oh, the most silly shit.
It's because Callum rolled well today, which he usually doesn't. So
To be fair, you didn't have to roll a huge amount either. But yeah, I really enjoyed welcoming you back as Anvar, and getting to really set that to rights. You know, he felt very bad about the dismissal, and it was nice that you both made it back for him to say, you know, well done, I'm proud of you. Just to fill Josh in, Gankis is the head of the Dawn Guard. He is also the king's younger brother.
Ooh.
I think it might be half brother. But yes, the king's half brother. That is correct. So I really enjoyed that. I really enjoyed the the flying, stupidly gay unicorn. That was quite
We love
pleasing.
God, yes.
That was awesome.
Friendship is magic, and magic is
I
love.
really liked Obi saying, "Can I do it because I don't trust you?" and her having to go, "Well, no, not really." But yeah, it was obviously we've got several back, marked by shadow but present, and yeah.
Funny how none of us said that.
And
I'll say
I
it.
think, yeah, I think it's nice. Obviously, Jamal, I think it's no easy task to be without your character for such a long period of time. And to now have to return to it
the
is
hardest bit. To be
yeah, well,
honest.
exactly. To now have to re-find yourself, if you will. But I'm glad to have him back on board. The resident blue man is back in town. And on that note, that is where we're going to end. So if you guys would like to say goodbye,
Bye.
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 we shall see you soon.